All right, think about this topic. Let your personal development catch up with you. See, stop and think about the ideas that you're actually learning and apply them, test them out in the real world, then come back and then iterate them over time and get better. See, a lot of people fall into this trap, which is you read a personal development, your book, you're like, whoa, this knowledge is incredible. Let me read another book. Let me watch this podcast now. Let me watch this piece of content. Let me read this now. Let me listen to this audiobook. And then all of a sudden you feel like you are like personal development is actually an addiction. It is a good addiction, but nonetheless it's still an addiction, right? Because once you learn like all these different concepts and stuff, you're like, whoa, I never knew this knowledge was out there, right? And then you get to this point where you know so much, but you've applied so little that what you learn starts to deteriorate. So you're like building up this bank of knowledge, and stuff at the bottom of the bank just starts eroding and like disappearing, evaporating over time. And only the stuff you reread like today, last week is fresh on your mind, and all that previous stuff, because you haven't actually applied it and changed your life in any way, it's not actually bettering your life. You just feel like you have all this knowledge, but it's not going anywhere. It's just like staying there. So you're just like becoming a massive library, right? You get analysis from paralysis of analysis, or the other way around, whichever. You have too much information coming in, but you're not like exerting any like of this information in the real world, applying it and learning it for your life. So you may as well have not even read it in the first place. You feel like you're doing something, but you're not, right? So when I was younger, when I was like first to game and stuff like that, I would be reading loads of books on game, reading like loads of different things on YouTube and stuff like that, and watching videos on YouTube and stuff. And then you come to a point where you're like, you've taken in all this information, but you're not going out and you're not applying it. So then you've wasted on that information that you've taken in, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm still not progressing here. I'm not getting any results here. Like, what can I do to actually get better? The only thing you can do is literally start taking some more action. So for me in that case, it was reading something on game, for example, and going out. I used to go off the street or like Stratford or wherever, right? And then just speaking to girls. And so just going out and just doing that. And then I come home that day and journal what I did. So I had, let's just say, 10 interactions, and like on the memorable ones, I wrote down what I did well, what I did bad, what I shouldn't do again, what I should do again, what I'll do next time as an iteration. And then I just kept on progressing that way. Whereas in the beginning, I was just like kept reading. I feel so good. I feel like I can get into. I feel so confident. I can get into any situation and know what to do. But then when I was actually in the situation itself with a real person, my mind was like fried with all this information I could be doing, but I wasn't doing because I didn't know which bit of the information to do. Whereas if I just had one thing in mind, all right, speak to this person today, do this and see what happens, and then understand how emotions work and then apply that now, or do something with the body language and try that now, and then learn from that day. So like more of a step-by-step on a day-to-day basis. Results happen quick and fast from that point, rather than when I start applying and testing and coming back to the drawing board, rather than just reading a bunch of shit and then just not doing anything about it. So letting your personal development catch up with you is fantastic, because I know you like, once you get into it, you just want to keep consuming, right? But unless you're actually putting something out there and testing these things, you'll never like actually improve the quality of your life. You're just constantly, you just feel good and you feel that dopamine hit, because each new book, each new audio thing, oh yeah, I've read 2 books this week, or I read 100 books since I started reading and stuff like that. It feels good to tell other people, but it doesn't benefit you in any way, like actual substantial way. What might be a better way is actually get one book, read it cover to cover, and then go back to that first chapter and apply that first chapter, apply that second chapter, apply that third chapter, and then keep doing that. Become a master of that one book, and then you will actually get somewhere, actually get some results, right? Because that's what you're doing this for. You want results, you want betterment of your life. You're not going to keep doing that by just personal development, reading, consuming constantly over and over and over and over and over again. And then 10 years later down the line, you're like, yeah, I've read about 1,000 books, but my life is shit. It's like, don't have a girl, don't have any money, don't have a house, don't have a car, still live with my parents, don't have a good job. But nah, don't worry, I'll get there, because I'm reading a lot of non-fiction. It don't work like that, bro. So look, I'm here now. If you like my content, then subscribe to my stuff and watch this type of content. But don't just binge all my videos. Watch the ones that are specific for your situation. And if you were to binge my videos, binge one at a time, go and apply it, and then actually come back and be like, all right, write some notes about it. All right, let me try the next thing, watch another video, and then try that concept too. That's probably a better way to handle, even though I would like the watch time and the likes and the comments, all that sub stuff. But For actually applicable, like what you want to do is like what I just said, like get a concept, apply it in the real world, journal about it, think about it, chew on it a bit more, sit and think, like by staring at a wall about it, just think about the topic, then try the next thing the next day, iterate on it, and then come back. But yeah, try that, and I'm sure you'll get ahead way more than you currently have been. And yeah, in that way, you'd actually make yourself more proud. All right, I'll catch you in the next video.